Hey friends, Ash here with Gents. Hope you're doing really well. Today it's time for an unboxing and first impression video. We're gonna be checking out this one right here. Emporio Armani, Stronger With You, absolutely. Obviously the newest in the Stronger With You line. I don't think, at least as of when I'm filming this, that this is available in the US yet. I actually ordered this from Europe. Ordered it from Portugal. So I'm gonna leave a link in the description to where you can pick this up if you want, if you're in the US like me. Be aware that shipping is gonna take a little while longer than usual. So you're gonna be looking at probably 2 weeks at least before you get this in if you order it. That's how long it took for me. So, oh, one more thing. There is another fragrance that I found in Portugal, same website. And I'll leave a link in the description to that one. I'm not gonna say it here, but it's a fragrance that a whole bunch of you probably are gonna wanna pick up. And I've already ordered mine. It should be here in the next few days. So you can check in the description if you want and see what that is. Now, some of you won't care about it, but I know a lot of you will. Anyway, let's get into this. Let's open this up. Let's see if it's any good. First off, the unboxing, and I'll show you guys the presentation as we go here. Ooh. And here is a look at the box before we open it up. Got the Emporio Armani logo up here at the top. Ingredient info on the back right here. And there's the bottom for you with batch code 38T900W. So there it is. Gotta tell you, just looking at it in the viewfinder there, or the flip out screen, that looks good. Yeah, I like that bottle a lot. I think this is my favorite looking Stronger With You bottle for whatever that's worth. I like the gradient design here. I like that it's darker at the top. I like the coloration of the fragrance itself. It looks really good. Then you've got the Emporio Armani logo on top of the atomizer. Let's go ahead and spray this one on, see how it stacks up. There we go. While I let this settle, I'll go over the pricing from the website where I picked this up at. $88 for this size, 100 mils. And then the 50 mil size was $65 roundabout. So of course, my opinion, probably go with the 100 mil because it's a better price per milliliter. But if you don't use your fragrances a whole lot, just go with the 50 mil, it'll last you. So this does have that Stronger With You DNA, not a surprise, obviously. It is in the Stronger With You line. So if you're familiar with the original, or to a lesser extent, Stronger With You Intensely, you're gonna be able to pick that up in this fragrance when you spray it on. That Stronger With You DNA, definitely there. And that's gonna be that chestnut, of course, the chestnut note that gets used across all the fragrances in the line. This one has rum in the top, so you would be expecting some boozy sweetness when you first spray this one on. Now, when I smell it here initially, and again, I pretty much just sprayed this one on, you do get a little bit of that rum. You do get a little bit of that sweetness, very, 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 very slightly syruped, but not enough that I think most people would ever make that comparison other than myself. So you get this nice boozy sweetness, not overly boozy. Actually, myself probably, I like it even a little more boozy than it is, but I like that it's there. I like that it does have that rum note. The LME you can pick up pretty much right away as well. Initially, when I very first sprayed it on, I thought there was this little bit of like dustiness, just a little touch, but that's gone already. So that's not something I think anybody needs to worry about whatsoever. Just like the faintest hint of this dustiness when I first sprayed it on and then gone. And it's possible that the next times that I smell this, I don't really pick that up at all. It settled for just a couple minutes and it smells better to me now than it did in the initial opening. That initial salvo was not as cohesive to me, but now that it's settled just a couple minutes, like I said, it's come together a lot better. It smells a lot nicer. One of the things that they said with the advertising for this fragrance was that it is the most powerful Stronger With You fragrance to date. Now, obviously, I'm not gonna be able to tell you guys about the performance here. That'll come down the road in a review on the fragrance. But if this really truly is the most powerful Stronger With You fragrance that they've done, That means this is gonna last a long time. You'll be looking at possibly 8 to 10 hours, maybe even more. And projection wise, I would expect it to be a beast mode fragrance where people are gonna be able to pick it up from about anywhere in the room you're in. Now it does smell like it's got some oomph to it coming off my arm here. So it's really quite possible that this is as strong as they said. And a lot of you out there would really enjoy that because I know how much people out there love their beast mode fragrances. As this is settling down even more, I like it. I like this a lot. I like it more than the original. I like it, again, first impressions, more than Intensely. It's a different style of fragrance than Freeze, so I can't really put those, you know, head to head here. I might actually pick this over Freeze though, just initial impression again. And then Leather, yeah, I don't know, it's close. I might, initial impression again, I might pick this over Leather. This is a sweet fragrance. I know I mentioned initially this like very slight syrup sweetness, that's completely gone. So you can pretty much forget that if you want. It's this warm kind of sweetness. Not really much in the way of spiciness coming through, just a bunch of different facets that bring warmth and this kind of inviting feel. So chestnut, vanilla, elemi, and rum. You can pick up pretty much all of those really early on here. And they're blended together pretty well. They are coming across strongly. So if you spray too much on, it could be cloying. You know, you could give people headaches or yourself if you spray too much on. But this absolutely smells like something that would cut right through the cold. Perfect for fall and winter. This is actually surprising me. It's nicer than I thought it was gonna be. The lavender is starting to peek through a little bit. It's kind of underneath all these other sweet notes, but you're picking up little pops of lavender now, and I like that. It smells good. The Divana in here, more of a nuance, playing kind of a supporting role, not something that 99% of people are going to really pick out. It's just kind of melding together with the lavender is the best way to describe it. Yeah, this is actually really surprisingly good. I'm pretty pumped about this. I'm gonna go ahead and spray it again over on this arm just so I can get that initial opening again. Just to see if maybe I perceive it a little bit differently. Yeah, it's definitely harsher off the top. When you first spray it on, you know, the first minute or two, it's a little bit harsher. It has this kind of almost bitter green facet to it when you very first spray it on. And that's what I wasn't expecting because you've got the rum and the elemi and the bergamot in the top. So I was expecting more of, you know, a little citrus and that warmth coming in very early on. But when you very first spray it on, again, first minute to 2 minutes, it has this sort of bitter facet to it. And so that kind of caught me off guard when I first smelled it over here. I was like, oh, what's going on there? That's not really what I was expecting. And that may actually be that Divana from the mid coming out more in the opening. Yeah, I think that's what it is, actually. So that opening there just kind of caught me off guard, that bitterness initially, and then, like I mentioned before, that syrup kind of feel, that goes away super fast. So don't worry about that whatsoever. In fact, if you're easily swayed by the initial opening, maybe you want to spray this one on and just let it settle. Just let it sit for a second before you go in for a sniff. Because once it does settle, way nicer. Yeah, right here on my arm, it hasn't been on that long, but it smells so much better than the opening. That chestnut really comes out, again, very warm. It's inviting, it's comforting. It's, yes, a potential compliment puller, but the way it comes across, the warmth and the sweetness is not something that's like beating you over the head loud. I think that even guys middle-aged can pull this off pretty easily. It doesn't go too far to the youthful side of things. Yes, I would say maybe more youthful than mature, but it's not overly that way. It's not something like 1 Million or, you know, Versace Eros, those fragrances that are just like loud and in your face and bubblegummy sweet or things like that. As I've mentioned a number of times, yes, sweet, yes, warm, but I think this has a good amount of versatility, assuming that it is cool outside. And on this arm, it's already settled. It's already settled down. And now it smells so much better. It really does. First impressions are stronger with you, absolutely. It is solid. Just first impressions, I like it more than Intensely initially. I like it more than the original. Like I said, Freeze is kind of a different fragrance, but if I were gonna keep just one, if you put a gun to my head right now, I would take this one. And Leather, I think I'm going absolutely. Yeah, I really like this once it settles. The opening sucks. The first 2 minutes, hate it, but after that, really good. Hopefully the far dry down of this fragrance is very solid as well. I'm gonna give this some wear and do a review a little ways down the road once I can kind of wrap my head around this all the way. Again, guys, I have a link in the description to this fragrance if you wanna pick it up where I did, and all the other fragrances in the Stronger With You line, I'll have those down there too. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Make sure you don't miss out on any future reviews or first impressions or lists or any other stupid content that I put on this channel. You know you don't want to miss it. Hit that button. Unless you're already subscribed, and if you are, thanks, I love you. All right, guys, it's gonna do it for me. As always, thanks for hanging out with me today. Thanks for your support. If you've smelled this one already, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with another fragrance video. Stay safe out there. See you guys later.